It's crazy when I look back and think about when I first got my CDL. Like, it was a whole new path for me. It's almost like that was probably the biggest like life-changing moment of my life. Like, when I really like think about it, because the way I was going, I thought I was gonna take the traditional college route, and when I realized, it wasn't for me, I honestly had no clue what I would do. I bounced around so many like dead-end jobs, warehouse. I was doing like Amazon stuff, worked at a fertilizer place, worked so many jobs. It's crazy, like a cement, like contractor store. I was a life insurance agent. Like, I was just doing all kinds of stuff. And, well, finally I really looked into actually what getting the CDL was all about. It actually came up when I was just like searching on jobs. I was searching on Indeed. Indeed has been like my biggest go-to for anything. I probably got so many jobs that I only worked for a couple months just because of Indeed. Because it'd be so easy, because you can just do like one click applications, and that's like literally all I was doing. And I was getting hired at so many places. One minor inconvenience happens at this little job, I'll leave. I mean, I was only making $15, $16 an hour. And nowadays, that's like the new minimum wage as a sheriff. It's the new minimum wage, so I didn't care. And they were just so in abundance. I mean, everybody's saying how nobody wants to work. I think it is kind of true. I mean, obviously not the majority, but there's so many people that don't want to. It's just like, wow. It's easy for me, man. I'm a hustler at heart. Like, I like working. It's just when I'm in bad situations, I like one sign of disrespect, I just don't go for it. It's just like a big F you, and I go somewhere else. And finally, I was looking, and there was like all these CDL jobs. I was always seeing something about being like a truck driver and driving and shit, but I actually like filtered like strictly like CDL near me in like a 20-30 mile radius, and a bunch of jobs just showed up. Now, obviously, I was thinking the whole time, I'm thinking, I'm not trying to be an actual truck driver, like the ones that live out on the road, don't come back for weeks at a time. Like, sure, it's not like I got like a wife and kids and stuff like that, but it's like, man, I got a life too. Like, I feel like these guys that sleep in their trucks, that's more of a lifestyle than just a job. What I'm doing now, I show up to work and it's all local, so I go maybe three hours away from my job now, but I'm always home every single day, Monday to Friday. I'm always home, so it's just like a cool job for me. So I'm not really tripping about it. But honestly, like, it was so quick to get too. Like, it took me literally, it was less than 3 months, just all in all, after doing all my research, thinking about it. I mean, my family didn't know anything. They thought I was still in school, right? Because being in college was just like so promoted, especially in the family, because like nobody ever went to college. So if I would have continued get my bachelor's, I would have been the first one in my family to even get a college degree. And at the time, it meant something to me. I was like, oh wow, this is cool. But I mean, if it's really not bettering my life, my financial life in the future, I didn't see a point in it. And luckily, I got a supportive mom, so when I told her, it was kind of crazy, and I'm like, I mean, you got faith in me? Like, I told her I dropped out. She's like, no, you need to stay in school. I was like, no, it's already done. Like, I'm already a trucker, like, you get my license and everything. because she thought I was going to like college school, because we got like a community college. She thought I was going there, but really I was going to truck school that whole time. And you know, it's regular hours, and during the day I'd go train, study for my test. Eventually I got my license, my CDL Class A license, and then I told her, and she was, you know, I was kind of upset because everybody thinks that college is the way to go. Maybe like 20-30 years ago, it was like, man, you get a bachelor's degree, like you're set for life. But this new age, man, it's really not. Like, I wish my high school would have promoted more like blue collar jobs, because they just kind of wanted you to get into something. And I feel like they kind of got kickbacks, because they heavily promoted going to like our local community college, and they tried to do so many kickbacks with that. Or they probably got kickbacks because they would get like all of our students in our area to go about going to that college. But anyway, they really didn't promote blue collar as much. And I mean, everything worked out, but it's like when I compared salary, I was looking at salaries too. Literally, if I worked 10 extra hours a week being a trucker, I would have I'm making the same amount if I would have stayed in school to be a computer scientist, which is what I was gonna do. And that shit done for. And this was like 2020, like peak pandemic era. So eventually I get to the point where, like today, 2025, I'm looking back, like if I would have continued, got my computer science degree, those jobs, they're losing jobs right now. Like, it's actually pretty hard to find a job just because of AI. AI is getting so advanced now. It's like these office jobs are like going extinct. I mean, you see it now, like just going in like cash registers. And like when you go to the gas station, they don't even have people no more. They got the little machines at Walmart. They got the self-checkout. Like that is the big thing. Like that is like now. Sure, they say AI is gonna take over all these jobs, self-driving trucks, and this and that. Like, yeah, okay. I mean, seriously, like somebody's gotta. You tell me we got robots and doing like plumbing and building houses? No. And even if they are, it's a long ways away. And people were thinking the same thing about white collar, but no, it's here. I mean, these like general, like Excel, whatever they be doing on the computers, the little Excel jobs, man, they are going extinct. I mean, AI is just taking over, and it's coming back. It's coming back to blue collar. I think they said 1 in 4 people are actually in the trades versus 3 in 4 going towards like the white collar route. And so it's gonna be a lot of people unemployed, and it's gonna be back to hands-on. Now, I never wanted a job that was too physical. Not that I couldn't do it, but it's like, one, I go to the gym, so it's a targeted kind of workout. I remember when I was doing masonry, like I'd be dead after 8 hours. Like, you working in the sun, you steady like mixing up mortar, just heavy labor, stuff like that. Like, I'd be dead, and I couldn't even go to the gym. Like I'm tired. And then your body gets sore because you're using your back, you're bent over all the time, stuff like that. Having my CDL, like being in a truck, this is like, it's not harsh on my body at all. And sure, like sitting in a truck kind of puts a little wear on you. But what I do actually like this truck in front of me, like flatbed stuff. So I gotta strap everything down. So I get out. It takes me like 15 to 30 minutes in total, depending on what I got on the truck, like to actually strap it down, untarp, unstrap, give it to the customer. So I'm out of the truck every once in a while. Not every once in a while, but more often than not. Like today I had 6 deliveries and I'm working. Today is only like 10-hour shift, so kind of like a regular thing, but like 6 deliveries somehow takes up 10 hours. Like, it's not too physically demanding, and it's easy on the body. And when I get off, sure, I might be a little tired, but I'm good with going to the gym tired. Like, when your body's like sore, like that's like the harsh thing. That's why I never wanted to get into trades to begin with, because my uncle owns a masonry business, and doing that like in the summertime when I was in high school, it was so like demanding on the body. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to college, because there's no way I could do this for the rest of my life. I mean, obviously I see now why they do it so long, because eventually you get used to it. But man, my uncle's only 40, and like he's breaking down. He literally just had 2 surgeries this in December for his shoulder, and he had a hernia. And it's all work related, because he's doing nothing but labor and stuff like that. So it's like, man, 40 years old, I expect to be like my most energized when I'm 40. But just going back to it, like having my CDL, it was honestly just a quick process. Like I said, less than 3 months, versus I had to stay in school. I had another 2 years left of school. 1, I wouldn't be making any money during those 2 years. And then 2, I'd actually be going negative in the money because of debt and everything like that. Like, having my CDL, school total out of pocket for me was only $3,000. And then I got half of it paid by the state. So if I were to pay out of pocket, it was only $6,000. And it's crazy, because I was ready to drop the 6. Like, I saved up. I was always saving. And it's hard. It definitely is hard, trying to save when you're making such little money. Like, I'm only making $15, $16 an hour. If I had to pay for like rent and stuff like that, I'd be screwed. Luckily, I had my mom, for that, and I was saving up, save a couple $100 every week, every other week, whatnot, and I was ready to go all in. But I mean, I did get blessed with that $3,000 grant, so I was like, all right, cool. And then I got it done, and I'm debt free, and I'm making more than other guys I know that actually went to school, like guys I grew up with in high school, that took the college route, making more than them. And I honestly love what I do, because I'm always, I'm kind of introvert at heart, right? So it is cool dealing with people, but like constantly, it ain't for me. Like dropping off to customers, I barely see them throughout the day, so I could talk to them and whatnot, and it's cool. But like just being in the office, just having to like fake, it is like faking conversation, faking being friendly and stuff. Like I definitely do not like small talk, and I like listening to educational stuff too. Like when I would work, I'd be the best worker. I remember my concrete job, I'd be the best worker because I can just put headphones in and then just lock in on doing whatever, even if it's like something simple like cleaning, like mopping the floor, sweeping the floor. Like I could lock in, listen to a nice podcast. But if I got someone around me that just want to BS all the time with me, like, man, I'm really not trying to do all that. I'm really not, because my CDL, it is a stepping stone for me. It's a stepping stone to where like I'm not struggling on bills, and I actually have more. I make more than I spend, so I have a lot. I probably save like half my paychecks every other week when I get paid. Like half of it's already going to like a saving/investing account, and that's just because like it's in demand and it's hot. So it really has changed my life for the better. Money's good in it. I mean, I was completely shocked. I didn't think truck drivers even made that much, really. And it's so surprising to me that so many of these guys, they'll be like over the road, but they're really not making that much more. I mean, I don't know. I guess everybody has their own thing, but maybe some guys, you know, maybe this guy in front of me, he's working for this company, he's over the road, but he got plans in a couple years. He want to buy his own truck. He want to be an owner operator. He want to have his own business. So, you know, I can't do bad on the man for that, you know. Everybody got their own goals and dreams, but for me, this is just a stepping stone, honestly. And I'm just so glad I did it. Like, I got one of my best friends, got him on the route. I'm like, dude, like, this stuff's easy, man. Like, easy on your body. You make good money, and you only got to sacrifice like 3 months max trying to get schooling and everything like that done. So I would definitely recommend it to anybody if I could. But yeah, I just wanted to say that.